Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this AutoCAD 2016 training course, and the topic for today will be the addition of surfaces. Let's create a couple of simple examples. First one, a circle. You know, this is a very basic shape, and the first thing we can have under the surface is the extrude. So if we select this circle, then we do an extrusion, so very easy. And this is one of the basic shapes, basic commands we have on the surface. So an extrusion. Now we can have, for example, we can create an intersection of this extruded surface to another one. So I will create a very simple shape, just creating a line, and we'll do an extrusion so that we can cross. So very basic. So surface, extrude, and okay, let us confirm that this is crossing, so as you can see. And we have, for example, the possibility to create a fillet. So fillet, just give a radius, let us say radius 20, for example. So first surface, second surface, and something like this was created. Okay, so very basic stuff. Let us put the UCS on the normal position. So world. Okay, so you have this shape trimmed and filleted. We can do the trims. We can do them also if we have a curve. So for example, let us put this in top view, and if I create a circle, for example, let us do something like this. If we pull it a little up, if we create this function trim, so I can choose this surface and I can say cut it by this curve here, area to trim, I can say inside, and I get this kind of thing. Okay, I can do also, if I have areas that are cut, I can do also the untrim and choose the boundary that is cutting the surface, just saying clean it. Okay, it's another possibility. There are other nice features under these surface functions, and some of them are under these positions here. For example, the first one, the offset, allow you to choose one surface or more. Then you see you have these arrows pointing the direction of the offset. So you can, if you don't want in this direction, you can say just flip the direction and do it, say the amount, and do it. So it will achieve this kind of functionality. Another nice feature is the possibility to cover for example, one area that needs to be covered. So for example, the top of this area, and I can choose from, in this function, the continuity. If I choose G0, it will cover this straight, and a little round and more round. So let us see, for example, the G1 possibility. This takes a little time to think, and it made a very nice function here. So it's another possibility to work with these functions. Also quite nice, and I will delete these entities. It's the function called the Sculpt, this function here. So the Sculpt will allow you to have, let's create something first, to have a closed area and to apply like a super trim, and this super trim will cut everything and will create a solid from this trim. So I will create a very easy example also. So let us create a couple of lines intersecting this tube. So for example, one like this and the other one like this. So now let us do surface, just do the extrude of these two. So we can see that they are surrounding the tube, and now just say sculpt, and we just need to give all the objects, and it will cut and intersect, and the result will be this solid. So it's a very nice function also. Another nice function that we have still under this is the blend function. So let me try to create another example. So UCS rolled, and let me create a very easy example also. So 2D wireframe. So again, let's do an extrude. And let us put this on top view and create a line. And do something. Okay, probably let's try to put this in position. So surface, extrude this one, choosing this entity here. Okay. Okay. The idea is just to have a gap between these two surfaces. So if I use this function here, blend, I can choose both edges. So let me try to choose this one. Okay, first, and that's it. And second, and that's it. And I can make this kind of thing here also choosing the continuity as on the function to cover the top of the cylinder. So this is also another possibility to create a surface. Okay, these are some of the possibilities under the surface creation, and I'd like to talk about in this lesson still on the analysis that we can make to the surfaces. These kind of things where we can see in this particular the tangency of this surface, the curvature, okay, which we can have also, and the drafting angle, which is needed also for some things. So in this particular case you see that only in this area here it's changing color, and these options are defined under these analysis options, where you can define for each one of the three analyses the settings in terms of colors, in terms of what is detecting. So the first one that I call the tangency is called the zebra, but it's a tangency detection. This is curvature, and you can choose the method or the style, Gaussian, mean, or in terms of the radius, and the draft angle also reacting to colors in terms of the angle. So there are a couple of nice things here. So these are a lot of tools that allow you to work with surfaces, and which you can integrate in your portfolio of tools that you have already for the meshes and for the solids.